Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, P1RC's N300 League, so we're at Bathurst tonight for the finals. Got my sound up too loud, there we go. Yeah, we are live for the finals tonight at Bathurst. 2 races, 20 minutes each. A little 15-minute qualifier at the start, and then the first of the 20-minute races, and then we jump into a reverse grid. We also have a rolling start for race 2 as well. Makes it slightly less dangerous into first couple of turns. A big shout out to anyone that came down to Donington today. It was a good laugh. The racing was good as well. Weather was beautiful. No new subscribers though, even though I was waving my flag about. CJ got some. CJ got some subscribers. Oh, I didn't get no subscribers. I need to put YouTube on my flag. That's what I need to do. But yeah, big shout out to all the boys that came to Donington today. About what? 1, 2, 3, about 10 of us, I think, in total. Obviously, when the old coofs disappeared and we're back to sort of some kind of normality, we can get a few more of the boys up there. So it looks like we're just waiting for 1 or 2 drivers to enter the room. So the N300s, it's the 90's Classics League. We've got the old, let's just have a look, see what we've got in. We've got Supras, Lancers, Silvias, 300 ZXs, R33s, R32s. Yeah, 180 SX, got all sorts in Pretzers. Right, let's, yeah, we're still waiting for... Let's have a look. P1RC GT is doing a bit of glitching apparently. Isn't how meant to be in the E30. Who knows? So still a little bit of confusion over which car the drivers are using. Does make it a little bit confusing when 1 or 2 drivers can't turn up when we have standing drivers in. They never know which car to pick up and drive. But yes, the finals tonight. I've spoken to P1RC today. He was at Donington himself. I think he scared the bejesus out of Ghost Realm Gaming when he turned up and said what he said. So we're into quali then. And P1RC saying he wants to take the win. He wants the championship win tonight. Speaking of which, let me just pull some points up. So this is a team versus team event. You can see the different liveries. We've got a red, a yellow and a green liveried teams tonight. So we're with Team Valium captain, P1 Valium, driving in the red liveried cars. We've got Team Luke just in front in the yellow Team Luke cars. Luke's got a bit of glitching going on tonight as well. And then coming up in third out of the minute, we've got Ghost Realm in the Team Skippy livery car. That's the green and kangarooed one. So team points as they stand, Team Skippy are actually storming away with it. They have got 918 points in total. Team Luke in second place have got 742 and Team Valium have got 616. So that is team points. P1 Don's left the room. Hopefully he's coming back. It is an open quali. Oh, the boy's getting a bit chaotic through the over the top of the mountain. Getting it a bit wrong there, Ghost Realm, causing chaos for everyone else. So standings after round 9. Dylan leading the way on 259 points. Right behind him is P1RC on 250 points. So only 9 points in it. Champ as well, only 9 points back with 241, so still all to play for the top 3 at least. 227 for 4th place Reg GT, so not out of the woods yet for Reg. He could still gain a few places back depending what happens tonight. 6th place, 196 points is Mocking Weeks. Oh sorry, I've missed out Benny. Where's Benny? 5th place Benny, 220 points. So yeah, still within a shout of smacking a place out of Reg GT. Mocking is 6th, He's on 196 points, and there's a big old gap back to 7th, 136 points for Luke Doherty. Ghost Realm Gaming in 8th on 124. Jar 72, 9th with 120. 11th for Valium with 110. Another 9 points back is P1 Don on 101 points. P1 Skippy is on 80 points. Gamer Dad on 77 points. Dazcon 64 on, what was he saying, 53 points. That's enough for you, Ghost Realm. So Manny the Gamer, 39 points. So the last of the main drivers, and the rest are all stand-ins. Oh, sorry, so the last three reserves are Raoul, Cakes and Burnt Fry, 38 points, 32 and 23 respectively. Right, so they've done a lap or two. Let's get ourselves back up to top spot man P1 Valium. Let's put all the usual crap on for you lot. Keyboard options on. Well, Valium's got it wrong. Over the mountain. Through the downhill section, through those squiggles. The dipper and the S's, of course it is. Valium leading the way at the minute. Just on the hot laps though now, first of. Doherty in the 300 ZX, the fastest car of this league. You can see it's doing a good job trying to go for the overtake on P1 Valium. Losing his penalty through there. Bags, evening. Yeah, it was a good laugh today, Bags. It was a good laugh. Like I say, even just harangled the cameraman to get us on TV at 1 minute 20 people, 1 minute 20. I'll put a link in the description to the video. Yeah, we got ourselves on the race stream today. 1 minute 20 into the video. When we turned up, we gave the cameraman a shout, said, "Oi, get us in the shot." And he went, "Yes, okay, which race?" We told him, British GTs. He said, "Fine. As long as you'll stick a mask on, no problem." And off we went. Just come to the start of the British GTs. He went, "Oi!" And that was it. There we were, repping the channels. P1 Don is back in the room. Good. So maybe he had the wrong car. I'm not too sure. Yes, so he did. Someone just telling him he needed the Supra, so he's obviously left the room, come back. Picked Supra, right, so hot laps are in. Benny leading the way on a 2:21.3. It's not as if you've got to go searching for it, Bags. It's literally at the start, 1 minute 20 just before the race starts. Oh, Benny getting it wrong. And it turns out that my missus, right, mate, knows one of the commentators up at Donington Park. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, get me in, damn it. Kick him out. I think you lot need to petition Donington Park to get me in. 2:21.3 for Benny then. Skippy, 2:22. You should do well here. This is your home circuit, my friend. 2:22.0 for Skips. Pad 46, like I say, spoken to him today, he's looking for the championship win. Only 9 points off of championship leader at the minute, Dylan. And it. Reg GT in 4:2:22.2 for Reg. Mocking Weeks. He's in the Lancer this week, 2:22.4. Boys rocking a great big dark smoker sticker on the car. Blam! Gave the cameraman some stickers for filming us today as well. Raoul in 7th. Where's your scores? 2:22.8 for Raoul. Also in the 300 SX ZX even. Valium in 8th, 222.9 for Valium. Jarv in 10th, 228.3. Pilgrim Paddy, he's on a 230.5. He is in the 300 ZX, beaten up one. Hoppers Motorsport, how you doing? This is a good series. It was unfortunately this is the final tonight, mate. But yes, it has been a good series. The cars are a little bit loose, to say the least, even on the super softs. The back ends do seem to step out on them. They are sort of the standard road going versions, just with the livery stuck on. And some racing softs. We see Manny the Gamer smashing into the wall there, 12th. So P1 Don back in the room with the right car. No paint left on it. Yet to put a hot lap in, and Ghostrelm sitting this one out in the pits at the minute. Right, let's find who's coming down that great big hill. Sorry for the flicking, people. Here we go. If Manny the Gamer doesn't come in the pits, we'll go for a lap on board with Manny. See how he gets on, so he stays out. Let's go for some, getting the final turn wrong. So up the hill then, the mountain straight towards Griffin's Bend. Oh no, he's not even on the, sorry, he's on the, still on the start finish straight. Now he's on to, gone through Hell Corner. Full power up the hill then. Let's see if Manny can put a clean lap in. Got to give Manny some props. He turns up every week, he finishes last and usually 30-45 seconds down, and he just sticks at it, so fair play to him. So hard on the brakes for turn 2 then, through Griffins. What's he in gear wise? Let me put that up. So he's sitting in 3rd, up towards the cut-in. Awkward turn this one. Off the power before you get to the second section into 2nd gear. Cuts it a little bit tight, clips the wall a little bit. Up towards Reed Park. So through Reed Park, 4th gear, over the hill, down the Sulman Park. Again, another awkward turn here. Easy to clip the wall on the inside and then throw yourself to the sand on the outside, or just run it wide without getting the wall involved at all. So into the dipper and the S's. Again, awkward section this. You can see Manny just struggling a little bit through there, trying to control this car. Forget what he's in. He's in the 180 SX. Sylvia. That's what Manny's driving. So he comes out of Forest Elbow onto Conrod Straight, full power down here. All the way down towards the chase. Actually put in to stop drivers carrying too much speed towards the final turn. So he used to go straight on there, then they changed the circuit, kicked it off to the right here. Hard on the brakes. Chuck it down into, holds it in 3rd. So through the chase then down towards Murray's, final turn coming up. Let's just stick with Manny and see what he puts in lap wise. So he does take it quite cautiously around some of these turns, as you can see. What's he got? Manny puts in a bit quicker, 231.8. Good, that's good to hear. So Don, what's he just put in? He's just disappeared off my screen. Where are you? 12th place, 227.7. So not long left for P1 Don to try and get these laps in. Did not mess up his quali, but he's been compromised a little bit. He wasn't in the right car at the start of qualifying, so he's had to disappear out of the lobby, fetch the right car, come back, and he's missed a lot of qualifying. So he's only got a lap or two to try and get those times down. In the meantime, Luke Doherty has taken pole position with a 2:20.4. Like I say, in the 300ZX, the quickest car in this league. Pav 46 got himself up into second, 2:20.7. 0.3 of a second back from Luke Doherty at the minute. So they've got 2 minutes left on the clock to try and better these lap times. Pav getting it a little bit wrong through turn 2. So that's compromised that lap. Dylan, championship leader, sitting in third at the minute. So he's got to try and do what he can to fend off the attacks from Pav. Like I say, there's only 9 points in it. And there's only another 9 points between second and third as well. So Champ only 18 points back from championship leader Dylan. Raul turning up for a go in the N300s tonight. Looking forward to the F19s. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. Benny's still sitting on fifth, 2:21.3. Not managed to better that lap time. Mocking Wheat's gone a bit quicker, 2:21.6, so gets himself up into sixth position. Oh, just getting it a little bit wrong. Easy to do that, hard on the brakes, the back end wants to come round on you in these cars. HGT puts in a quicker time, 2:21.0, so gets himself up into fourth. Handbrakes it to finish qualifying off. So 15 seconds left of this qualifying session. Looks like these are going to be grid order. Luke Doherty in first, Pav 46 in second, P1 Dylan third, Reg GT in fourth, P1 Raul in fifth, P1 Benny sixth, P1 Valium seventh, Mocking Weeks in eighth, Skippy 10th, Jarv 11th, Ghost Realm in, Jarv 10th, Skippy 9th. Always seem to do that. So we are into the race. Ghost Realm 11th, P1 Don 12th, Pilgrim Paddy 13th, and Manny in 14th. Just getting a bit of a punt off Pilgrim there at the end of qualifying. All fun and games. Right, so the first of two 20-minute races for you guys, live from Bathurst. Grid order as I've just read out, not going through it again. And not a bad view either, PlayStation. I still can't see the lights, but no need. So, not a great start from Luke Doherty. Pav's got a better run. P1 Dylan looking for a move on Luke Doherty as well into turn 1. Through Hell Corner then, Luke Doherty just catching a big chunk of curb. So the two Skippy drivers up front in first and second, Pav and Dylan. Luke Doherty's been pushed down into third from pole sitter. Under pressure from Raul in that 300 as well. A big bunch of the Luke drivers in second, third, fourth and fifth. Pav and Dylan battling it out for that top spot. Pav holds on at the minute. All through the first two turns cleanly. Oh, looks, who's that Valium? Mocking Weeks, who's that? Who's got it all wrong? Who's that Valium? Getting it all wrong. Where have you gone, Valium? 9th. Losing all your speed then. Coming under pressure. Just got it wrong coming out of Griffin's and the BP cut-in, smashed it into the wall. Now down in 9th position. Got to try and get past Jarv 72. So now they've stretched out a little bit. Let's run through the order. Pav 46 leading, then half a second over teammate and current championship leader Dylan. Reg GT got himself up into third as well. So through Forest Elbow, we've got one or two of this Team Luke drivers clattering into the wall in the background. Rowell in 4th, being hotly chased by Luke Doherty, who's now down in 5th position. So was sitting on pole, pushed down to 5th. We'll see how he gets on for the rest of this 20-minute race, putting all sorts of pressure on P1 Rowell, and the pair of them putting all sorts of pressure on P1 Reg GT. But teammates, so there should be no issues for them getting through there. Big gaggle of Team Luke drivers. Benny in 6th. Skippy 7th. Not doing too bad at the start of race 1. Mocking Weeks 8th. So driving the Evo tonight. P1 Don in 9th. He's made up a spot or 2. He has picked up a bit of a penalty he's got to drop. Valiant 10th then. So he did lose another position after coming off. Oh, he's run himself almost wide there as well, trying to catch up with Don in front. Ghost Realm in 11th, under pressure from Jarv 72. Jarv 72 got a bit of a penalty to drop as well in 12th. Pilgrim Paddy in 13th, 6.3 seconds back, and then Manny 9 seconds back in 14th position. So Dylan and Pav side by side as they head through the cut-in. Dylan's going to win out on that one. Pav 46 is not going to let him disappear though. So I think Rowell, Reg, Benny, Luke, yes, 4 Skippy drivers here. Where's the 5th one? Who's the 5th driver? Skippy. It's Manny, isn't it? Manny at the back here. Rowell then up into 3rd. Got a bit of a penalty. He's got himself past Reg GT. Dylan and Pav still at it. See if Pav can benefit from the tow down this long straight. Closing up. Don't think he's going to be able to make a move into the chase. He was looking a bit brave. Dylan's gone a tiny bit wide. Nowhere for Pav to go though. To go down the inside into the final turn. It's close enough. Dylan's putting his car right in the middle of the track, making it as hard as possible for Pav 46. They are teammates, but they both want the championship win tonight. And these two battling has just allowed Rowell to close right up on these two. And he's pulling the rest of the Team Luke drivers with him as well. He's got Reg GT and Benny. Shots PlayStation, good shots for a change. So Valiant's got himself back up to 9th, got himself past P1 Don. And now P1 Don under pressure from Ghost Realm Gaming. Ghost Realm Gaming's managed to pull a gap from Jarv 72, just in the background there. But Ghost Realm and P1 Don, I think, driving exactly the same car as well. Don's in the Supra. Yeah, they're both in Supras, so it could end up being a good fight between these two. Jarv 72 just in the background in 13th. 12th. Pilgrim Paddy in 13th. And Manny drifting his Sylvia through turn 2. Dylan and Pav still battling it out. Oh, Pav getting it a little bit wrong under braking. He's caught the back end of teammate Dylan, pushed him a little bit wide. He's had to slow down to allow Dylan to keep that spot, but that's put him under all sorts of pressure from Rowell. Rowell carrying all the extra speed in that Nissan. Straight past Pav 46. Still Got a bit of chunk of a penalty to lose, has Raul though. He's looking to make moves on Dylan, that's how quick that Nissan is. So up front then now for Pav, Dylan second, Pav third, sorry, Raul first, Dylan second, Pav third, Reg GT now fourth. Nothing in it between the top three, top four almost. Reg GT just hanging on to the back of these three. The 4.3 back to Benny, under pressure from Mocking Weeks now as they head down towards Hell Corner. Mocking Weeks getting a good run out of that. P1 Benny getting a right chunk of curb. Mocking Weeks unable to close that gap up. Benny actually putting in a purple sector there. So Skippy still holding 7th, Luke Doherty all the way down in 8th now. A little bit of glitching still from Luke. Valium 9th, slowly closing up on those two drivers in front. He was battling it out in sort of 4th or 5th and then got it all wrong coming through the BP cut-in. Smashed into the wall and lost all sorts of places. Got himself down to 10th. He's made a position up, got himself past P1 Don, looking to close that gap up on Luke Doherty in front. Don in 10th then, still holding a bit of a gap from Jarve 72, 2.3 seconds there. Ghost round 12th then. Oh, he's run himself wide. Looking to keep that in a straight line. So Pilgrim 13th, Manny in 14th. So Raul up front then. Carrying that extra speed in the Nissan. He's still under pressure from Dylan and Pav and Reg GT. Pav going for a bit of a move, chucks his nose down the inside. Nowhere for him to go though, so Dylan holds on to 2nd. Again, he's got half a second penalty just under to get rid of. That might benefit Pav 46. We have got a second race coming up as well. Reg GT's gone massively wide in the background. That's going to slow him down, so he's smashed into the wall on the outside edge, so out of the fight with the top 3 now. And he will have P1 Benny and Mocking Weeks closing that gap up on him. That's very unfortunate for Reg GT. He's now 1.6 seconds back from that fight. He's not actually lost that much time, to be honest. But he'll still be kicking himself for that small mistake. Just closing that gap up on Pav 46, and then to throw it all away with a silly mistake like that, yes, I can imagine he's not happy at all. No threat currently from P1 Benny. 3.2 seconds back. Mocking Weeks lost a bit of time to Benny, now 1.3 seconds back himself. GTFR, how you doing, mate? Thanks for stopping in. So Luke Doherty down in 7th. He was pole sitter at the start of this race, but just not getting on too well with that 300 ZX. Can never get that car's name right. In the background we've got Skippy and Valium for 8th and 9th. Valium doing a half decent recovery job at the minute. So halfway through race 1. We have got a second race coming up as well after this, on reverse grid. So as they head down towards the Forest Elbow on lap 5, Skippy running it massively wide. That's going to allow P1 Valium to close that gap right up. Oh, won't it let me change camera? So on board with Valium as he looks to chase down P1 Skippy for that 8th position. Using the toe as they come down the Conrod Straight. Heading down towards the chase. Can he get close enough before the chase itself? Oh, Backs off a little bit, should have kept your foot in. So Skippy holds on to 8th, Valium 9th. Yeah, these N300 90's classics do get a little bit sideways in some of these turns. Easy to lose at the tail end. Hard on the brakes for Skippy. You can see they almost have to drift them in. Going for the run around the outside then, Valium. Carrying just a little bit more speed than Skippy, and gets him into turn 1. Doesn't run himself wide either. Skippy gets a good run through there. Closes up again. A bit of a mischief from Valium. That's going to allow Skippy to make the move. It's going to get him up to turn 2. Skippy back into 8th then, Valium 9th. Oh, he's run himself wide through there though. Valium just comes sneaking through. I'll have that place, thank you. So that's the gap now between Valium and Skippy after that little mistake. He won't be happy with that at all either. So Valium starting to make up 1 or 2 positions. Let's go and see how Raoul's getting on up front. So he's managed to pull 1.9 seconds from second place Dylan. Dylan and Pav still bumper to bumper, these teammates, but again going for championship wins tonight. I think it's a case of team orders are out the window. Nowhere for Pav to go through here. He's going for a good run on the exit though. He's all over P1 Dylan's tail end as they head down the Conrod Straight. Wrong driver. So we're on board with Pav 46 as he looks to close that gap down on Dylan. Closing up slowly as they come down the Conrod Straight. Dylan's going to make him go to the inside, which gives him the advantage. Pav 46 then sneaks down the inside, goes through side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact between Dylan and Pav. Again, side by side. No love lost between these two. Pav keeping that position. P1 Dylan's going to go for a move back down the inside into the final turns. Push Pav a little bit wide now. He's got the inside line into the first turn, so P1 Dylan keeps that top spot. Second position from Pav 46. Good battle in between these two. Let's hope they continue it with no issues. Now half a second back and under threat from Reg GT is Pav. So not carrying as much speed as he'd like out of turn 1. Reg GT going for a move on him into turn 2. Pav 46, his championship hopes falling away slightly as Reg GT goes to make a move on him. Unfortunately, puts himself a little bit wide, clatters into the wall. Pav 46 holds on to 3rd. Reg GT dropping his penalty through there. Doherty drifting his car through, mocking Weeks all over the tail end of that Nissan. P1 Benny has closed that gap right up. Less than a second back now is Benny from Mockin. Bit of work to do for Valium. 3.8 seconds back. We have got under 5 minutes remaining. Skippy in 9th, another 5.7 seconds back. Don really struggling in the N300s is P1 Don. 5.7 seconds back in 10th. Jarv in 11th. Again, a bit of a penalty to lose for Jarv. Ghostrealm down in 12th now. We've seen him run himself off track once or twice. So well out of the fight at the minute. 8.5 seconds back from Jarv 72. Pilgrim Paddy still 13th, 25 seconds back. Still scraping paint off that car as well. Manny's another 34 seconds back. So Raoul, what is going on? 5.8 second lead, 5.7. Pav's got himself past Dylan. 3 minutes 38. So has he just got himself past him down at the chase? Can he hold on to second for the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds? Again, we have got a second race for the finals. But P1 Dylan and Pav 46 are in a championship fight at the minute. Champ unfortunately not in tonight. I don't know who's standing in for him actually. Maybe Baggy can big me up on that one. So Pav 46, the bit between his teeth. P1 Dylan's going for a move into turn 2 though, side by side as they come through here. Can Pav hold his nose next to Dylan? He does, keeps the speed as well. Hold to the inside line into the next turn, into the cut-in. Side by side again though, Dylan and Pav. Nowhere for Dylan to go. And P1 Reg is just sitting in the background watching this kick-off. He's just looking for any kind of mistake from these two. And he'll look to take advantage. Nothing in it between Pav and Dylan. It's been like this since race start. Say I've spoken to Pav today. He did say he was going to go for the championship win, and it looks like he's putting the pressure on. GT not doing a bad job. He's actually closing that gap up on these two. See, the N300s are just a little bit loose. There's all sorts of corrections as they come into the corners. The suspension, the brakes, everything's just not designed to do what these guys are trying to do with them. Maxing out 138 there for Reg, and the two drivers in front are just pulling away. Let's just move ourselves up, see whether Dylan goes for a move on Pav. No, he doesn't. Pav's, oh, I thought he'd run himself a bit wide there. He's not, he's kept it on track, but I slowed him down. Dylan's going to close up on him. Pav chucks it in the middle of the track, makes it as difficult as possible for Dylan to get through. Right, a minute remaining. This will become last lap. Pav 46, Dylan fighting it out for championship lead. Where's GT just in the background, 1.2 seconds back. Raul just too far up the road. Raul, stop it. 6.3 seconds. Pav and Dylan battling it out on this final lap. Can Pav hold on to it? Pav's got his Dylan's got his nose in front at the minute. Pav has got the inside of the line, but Dylan just carries the speed, chops off Pav's nose. Is there anything Pav can do in the final lap? He's got to try and stick with Dylan. Try and make a move down the Conrod straight again. He is almost pushing Dylan around these turns, keeping him almost holding on to the back end of that car, not letting him go. GT still creeping up on this fight. He's got a penalty to lose, so if he doesn't lose that, even if he does gain a position, he might lose it with that big chunk of penalty. Again, nowhere to go for Pav 46. Through the S's, got the back end a little bit loose there for Pav. He's lost a lot of time to Dylan in front, and he's got Reg GT pressuring him. He might even lose another position down here unless he can get right on the back of Dylan straight away. That's a good exit through the elbow. He's on to Dylan again, closing that gap up a little bit. Managed to drop Reg GT in fourth. I don't think Pav 46 is close enough down this chase, down the Conrod straight to make a move into the chase. It's going to be a lastminute.com lunge from Pav 46. Nowhere for him to go. Can he get him into the final turn? Dylan's going massively defensive. Raul's going to come through to take a race win. I'm not even going to look at that. I'm going to stay with this. Pav 46, unfortunately, unable to carry the speed. Dylan's going to come home second. Pav 46 third. Reg GT in fourth. Luke Doherty fifth in the end. Mocky Week sixth. Benny seventh. Valium eighth. P1 Don just coming down towards the final turn now. Yeah, like I say, Don's just struggled with this league a little bit. Sat himself in 9th position in race 1. Skippy is 10th. Jarv 72 11th. Pilgrim, Paddy and Manny have already crossed the line. We just wait for Ghost Realm Gamer to come home in 11th or stick it in the wall prior to getting anywhere near the line. And Jay turns it. Right, so their results from race 1. We will have a 5-minute break and then we jump into reverse grid race 2. Rolling start as well, just make it a slightly easy into the first couple of turns. Big old gaps separating the drivers for race 2, so they're not all bunched up and people like Manny don't get fired into a wall in first turn, hopefully. I think you're going to see some chats between Pav and Dylan. That was some great racing. Bumper to bumper action between Pav and Dylan, pretty much all of that one. Yeah, rolling start, reverse grid. That was a good first race, Bags. Race 2, I think, is going to get a little bit messy as we wait for the faster drivers from race 1 to try and get their way through this awkward circuit. It's quite tight, and I think by the time they've got up to turn 2, the faster drivers from race 1 will be all over the slower drivers. So it could all get a bit messy as they go over the mountain. Yeah. Let's see what's going on in the world while we've got a few minutes. No, I don't want that chat. There it is. Yeah, good day at Donny today. Weather was out, a little bit sunburnt. It's great. So Ghost Realm Gaming there, so MRC Bobby. Who else was there? CRT Bucky. I forget his gamer tag. CJW was there. Ben Cosgrove came. Sean Sawyers. Yeah, it was a good day. A few of them brought the kids. Rolling around in the grass, as you expect kids to do. Manny usually fires himself in the wall. Well, we'll wait and see. Yeah, it is definitely hard overtaking here for sure. Flipping at Luke. Oh, mocking T-boned Luke Doherty. What's going on in the chat? Last race of the season, that's right, Ghost Realm. Yeah, that glitching did calm down from Reg GT. Saw a little bit from Luke as well. But overall, not a lot glitching in that one. Wasn't if cars were skipping wildly across the track at least. Luke Doherty taking no mercy in the second race. Watch out, boys. Watch out. So yeah, this will be the final race of the N300s when it starts. So no changes really, just the reverse grid to concentrate on. Nobody actually telling me when race is going to start. It's usually a 5-minute break. But I thought about 21:50 will kick off. Well, there you go, Luke. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Yomping around a racetrack all day. It takes it out of you. Sitting in the sun getting smoshed. He loves a steak. Likes a nice T-bone, do you, Luke? Yeah, it's going to be tight between these two. Unfortunately, no Champ, so he's out of the championship contention now, I think. Yeah, big shout out to Stewie Mac. He's going through the ringer at the minute. He's back in hospital, old Stewie. Big shout out to you, mate, if you're listening. I don't know whether you're watching or not. You ought to be, damn it. But yeah, big shout out to Stewie Mac for tomorrow. Hope it all goes all right, mate. Thinking of you. P1 giving Stewie Mac a shout. They'll all be thinking of you and all, mate. That Luke Doherty getting a few sneaky practice laps in. Or is it Raul Baba? Looking to punch his way through the pack, get the race win for race 2 as well. We'll see. Be a tall order. Not impossible. Yeah, I got the proper tides today. So, who's ordered a PS5? Not yet, but hell, I'm close to it. link with a contact. I've already got my pre-ordered, if you like. I've got a contact who works in a toy shop. So I've said, just tell me when pre-orders are ready, tell me, I'm throwing money at you. PS5, GT7, and then when VR2 comes out, hopefully GT7's full of VR stuff. Full of it. You can race in lobbies with VR, that would be mental. Here we go then, so we are going to start race 2. There's always a little bit of a punterino at the end. No punterino, Jimmer. That usually means someone's giving him cash. I'm not seeing donations pop up. What's happening? So Manny's going to lead us away. Is he? Oh yeah, he's miles away. Yeah, you can see the gaps already. Like I say, it does just make it a little bit safer into the first few turns. So they are away then. Some of these drivers will be stuck around this final turn as the clock ticks down. Gets us off for race 2 then. Down towards Hell Corner, turn 1. No one to worry about, he's just got to make it through there cleanly. And then throws himself over to one side of the track. So Manny leads, Pilgrim second. I wouldn't have thought there's many position changes yet unless somebody's got it wrong into turn 1. Skippy in 4th. Ghostrealm in 5th. Ghostrealm going off track, maybe a little bit of contact as they run up the hill. So now down in 8th. There's a bit of swapping going on here. So Skippy was in 4th, Benny now 5th, but running side by side with P1 Don up the hill. Oh, who's that? Is that someone's just clipped the wall? I think it was P1 Don. So Valium goes through. Mocking Weeks for company as well. He's hauling Luke Doherty. Let's get ourselves back up front. Manny the Gamer's got it all wrong somewhere. He's down in 5th. Pilgrim Paddy takes the lead of the race. Charles 72 in 2nd, under all sorts of pressure from Skippy though in 3rd position. Paddy almost running himself off track. He's under all sorts of pressure as they come into the S's. Charles 72 getting it a little bit wrong there. Oh, P1 Benny's come in too hot into the S's, and he's clattered into the back of P1 Skippy. He's going to keep that place as well. So Pilgrim leading, then Benny into 2nd, Skippy 3rd, Valium 4th, P1 Don in 5th, Mocking Weeks 6th, Pav 46 7th, Luke Doherty 8th, Dylan 9th, P1 Reg GT in 10th, P1 Rowell in 11th, Jarv 72 in 12th, Ghostrealm in 13th, getting himself past Jarv 72 there. And Manny again at the back of the pack. Pilgrim Paddy, oh, coming through the chase, nearly losing it, under all sorts of pressure from Benny. Side by side as they head down towards the final turn. Can Pilgrim Paddy hold on? No, he can't. Benny just runs around the outside. Takes that top spot. Excuse me, just had to get rid of a sneeze. So Benny leading, Pilgrim now down in 2nd, Skippy 3rd, Valium 4th, P1 Don just in the background in 5th. He has got Mocking Weeks all over his tail. They are teammates. Weeks go for a move. He would have been in a position to do so. I think Don has just allowed Mocking Weeks through. He is seems to be the faster of the 2 teammates. So comes up to take 5th. P1 Don in 6th. Who's that? Luke Doherty went for a move down the inside. Ended up taking out P1 Don. That's put them all under all sorts of pressure. We've got P1 Dylan and Pav 46 trying to get through this pack. Dylan's actually got himself back past Pav. Now side by side again as they come over the mountain. Great big train of cars here. Let's hope it will go all cleanly through these turns. So Pav 46, Dylan battling it out again. Pav's got it a little bit wrong though. Slowed him down now, Reg GT through, so he's losing positions to P1 Dylan now. His championship fight starting to fall away. Tries to go for a cutback on the inside. Not a bad run out. He's right on the rear end of Reg GT for that 9th position. He wants that back pretty quick. He's got to worry about Raul behind him though in the faster car. You can see Raul closing up next to him. Actually getting the move done, firing himself through the gap, then Raul making up 2 positions. P1 Reg GT losing a couple of spots. Raul getting clattered, Pav, oh there's all sorts of chaos at the chase. There's that Mocking Weeks who's gone off track. P1 Valium actually who got punted. Couldn't even see through the dust there. Oh, that's P1 Reg GT gone wide again. So let's just have a quick look up front. Benny leading then, 5.5 seconds from second place Mocking Weeks. Starting to run away with it then Benny. Another 2.4 seconds back to this big pile of drivers. Pilgrim in 3rd, leading this train of N300s up the hill. P1 Don and Raul side by side. Raul having a great race 2. Looking forward, race win. Reg GT's left the room as well. That's a shame. That's 2 drivers we've lost in the finals. Don in 5th, he has already allowed Mocking Weeks through. Mocking's got himself up into 2nd. There he is, just coming through the camera shot now. Pilgrim Paddy and Raul side by side as they come through the cut-in. Raul backs out, leaves Pilgrim Paddy to that 3rd position. Reg GT's rejoined the room, so it looks like there's a little bit of glitching and Reg GT's been booted. Pilgrim getting it all wrong. The hill, he's kept it in a straight line, but that's put him under all sorts of pressure from Raul. P1 Don still holding on to 5th. He has just clattered into the wall though. He's pushed him out a little bit wide, trying to regain control of that car. Dylan, Pav and Luke Doherty trying to get past him. Trying to do everything he can. He's down the inside. He's going to hold it into the elbow. Not quite. P1 Don just holds out. Dylan in 7th, then Pav 46 in 8th. But Dylan going for a move on Don. Pav 46 trying to hold on to the back end of Dylan. Had a really good race in race 1 to Dylan and Pav. Looks like they're getting ready to have a good race in race 2 as well. So Skippy down in 9th. I think he was collateral damage in 1 or 2 of those incidents. Got a big chunk of penalty to lose as well. Ghost Realm 10th. He's got it all wrong through the chase, carrying far too much speed in there. Super running massively wide. He's looking to get that back on track. That's going to allow Jarv 72 to come storming through, take that 10th place. Ghost Realm Gaming pushed down to 11th then. And Manny the Gamer rolling round again, all on his own at the back. He seems to be quite happy doing that. Benny, stop it, 8.3 seconds. Mocking Weeks, 3.4 seconds over 3rd place Raul. Raul looking for that race win though in race 2. 11, nearly 12 seconds back from race leader Benny. He's got 12 minutes to try and close that gap up. Pilgrim Paddy then 4th. Dylan in 5th. Don and Pav now battling it out for 6th. Looks like Don's going to hold on to that one just. Although Pav's trying to run around the outside, he's trying to hold on to that championship battle with himself and Dylan. Just disappearing a little bit with P1 Don in the way at the minute. Oh, Pilgrim Paddy's run wide. He's off track. He's back on. I hope he doesn't cause any issues with these drivers as he goes. P1's got it wrong into the wall. Pilgrim Paddy's got it wrong into the wall. Don keeps it in a straight line, comes through. Pav 46 closing up on him all the time. Looks like Luke Doherty got collared by Pilgrim Paddy's little incident there as well. Pilgrim Paddy drifted it through Forest Elbow. And yeah, unfortunately, I think Skippy and Luke Doherty get caught up with that, or Skippy catching Luke Doherty, one of the two. Jarve 72, only 2.3 seconds back. Ghost Realm Gaming hunting him down. Both got a bit of a penalty to lose. And Manny still rolling, 30 seconds down. Oh yeah, the tail end just a bit too much brake there, Manny. Benny, stop it again. 9-second lead now out front from Mocking Weeks. Mocking Weeks had that gap reduced down to 2.3 seconds between himself and Raoul. Putting in a purple lap there, 2:20.2 for Raoul. So yeah, really piling the pressure on. He's got the gap to race leader, under 12 seconds, 11.7. Tall order to try and take first place. He might stand a chance of getting second though, closing in on Mocking Weeks in front. Dylan comfortably in fourth at the minute. Pav 46 is in fifth. Just P1 Don is side by side as they run up the hill. Not actually getting through, holding the extra speed as they come up the hill. Oh, he's carried far too much speed into the wall, so Pav 46 comes through, takes fifth. Now he can get back on the hunt for P1 Dylan. Going to be a German double. You could be right there, Bags. You could be right. No problem, Bags. No problems. You know I'm here for the commentary. So what's Pav got? 3.3 seconds from current championship rival P1 Dylan. Nine minutes left to try and close that gap up, Pav. So P1 Don, we just saw him get it wrong, slowed him down a little bit. Out of the fight with Pav at the minute, cutting all those corners. Don into the wall. He's facing backwards. Oh, Skippy comes around the corner far too quick. Don, where are you going? Pilgrim Paddy's got it wrong. Don still trying to get it in a straight line. He's going to be lucky he doesn't lose a position to Manny at this rate. Manny's a good 50 seconds down, but P1 Don, what a disaster. Benny then pulling out 10 seconds lead over Mocking Weeks. Mocking Weeks coming under some threat then. 1.7 seconds the gap between himself and Raoul. Raoul is looking for that second position. P1 Baggy's right. It's going to be a German 1-2 here. The bionic foot has been turned on and Raoul is on a mission now. Can he close that gap up on Mocking Weeks in front? The gap just extends back up to 1.8. Dylan 3 seconds back from Raoul. Pav 46 has actually taken out 3/10 from Dylan's time. He just loses a little bit though as they head up the hill. Yeah, another 2/10 by the time they get up to turn 2. Dylan's pulled a couple of tenths. Pav 46 not as clean through there as he'd like. Gap almost at 4 seconds. Then Luke Doherty another 8.2 seconds back in 6th position. Jarve not doing too bad, 3.6 seconds in 7th. P1 Skippy 8th position. Ghost Realm Gaming 9th, still holding a bit of a penalty, probably a bit more now as well. A little bit of glitching from Ghost Realm. There you go, another half a second for clattering into the wall. Pilgrim Paddy in 10th. P1 Don back on track, but all sorts of damage on that car. Sitting in 11th. Got to try and get past Pilgrim Paddy again. Manny nearly a minute down. So quite new to sim racing, I think, Manny. Just getting his eye in. Benny now 10.5 seconds out front from Mocking Weeks. He's managed to keep that gap between himself and Raoul. Just lost a tenth. So Raoul got the gap down to 1.5. Yeah, really closing in on Mocking Weeks now. Starting to pull more gaps from P1 Dylan. 3.6 seconds the gap. Pav 46 still at 3.3 seconds back in 5th. Oh, and cutting the corner there as well. Getting himself wide. So compromised a little bit. He has gained a second back. Doherty now 12 seconds back in 6th. And then we've got Jarve 72 and Skippy closing in on him. Big chunk of curb there for Jarve 72. Goes from 9th. Just trying to lose that chunk of penalty. Again, he grabs a big old chunk of curb through there as well. Pilgrim Paddy in 10th. P1 Don still not managed to get past him. The 300ZX, the fastest car in the league. Nearly off track there, Pilgrim. Who's pissed? Don. Pissed off or pissed up? Pilgrim getting it a little bit wrong into the wall. Can Don get through now? Pilgrim Paddy hugging that inside line again. Don can't get through there. And he's still rolling around at the back. Now 12.5 seconds up front then. P1 Benny. 4 minutes left on the clock. Week still holding on to second. Still got that gap at 1.5. Raoul, he's just got to wait for a tiny little mistake from Mocking Weeks. Got the gap down to 1.3, 1.2 seconds. Down to a second now as they come down towards the chase. Drivers through there cleanly. So it's starting to come to a head between P1 and P2. Dylan still 4 seconds back. Pav has closed the gap up, 2.5. But still 3 minutes remaining. It's a tall order for Pav. Doherty now 16 seconds back in 6th. Skippy and Skippy's got himself past Jarve. He's looking to close up on Luke Doherty in front. So Jarve 8th, Ghost Realm. He's picked up all sorts. Where have you picked up that Ghost Realm? 2.8 second penalty. Cheating. Don's got himself past Pilgrim Paddy. But can he hold on to it? That Nissan of Pilgrim Paddy's does hold an awful lot of top speed, so we'll see whether Don can hang on to this as they head up the hill. Pilgrim getting a great run through Hell's Corner. You can see just carrying all that speed. He's not going to go for the move, he's going to push P1 Don along. He knows P1 Don is the faster driver. The Supra obviously just not the car to have for this race. Still got a big chunk of penalty to lose though for P1 Don. Manny now minute and 20 seconds back. Again, just seems quite happy ticking over. He's not far off getting lapped by P1 Benny actually. Mocking Weeks then still holding second. Do it for another lap. Raoul has got the gap down to less than a second before they've got to the chase this time. got to the kink. Raoul closing that gap rapidly on Mocking Weeks in front. So it's going to be a good old battle on the final lap between these two now. No way either of them are catching first place. Mocking Weeks having to go defensive already, not even onto the final lap yet. And Raoul in the faster car might just gain the advantage down the long straights on the way up and down the hill. So you should see the extra speed of this Nissan, just able to carry a lot more speed than the rest of the cars in this field. So closing in as they head up the mountain straight. Can Mocking Weeks go defensive enough to hold him off? He does just. So I think this is the place to be. I think there's one or two other fights kicking off on the track. Oh, we've got drivers spinning around on the final turn. I'm going to stick with this battle for now. Raoul has got to try and keep Mocking Weeks in sight and try and stick with him as they come out of Forest Elbow and try and use the extra speed to run down Conrod Straight, get him before the chase. So closing up as they come through this mountain section. Again, nowhere to go for Raoul in here, not without compromising both their laps, possibly smashing them both into a wall. So Mocking Weeks having a good run through there. He's managed to pull a bit of a gap from Raoul. Gets on the brakes early enough for the elbow. Doesn't catch the wall on the way out. So it's less than a second as they start this long straight. Mocking Weeks, is he going to be able to fend off the attack from P1 Raoul? He's in the slipstream. Closing up rapidly. I think Mocking Weeks is going to be in all sorts of trouble as they come down towards the chase. See the speed that Nissan's carrying. Under braking. Mocking Weeks is just going to hold on to it. Benny will be coming across the line any second. He does, takes the win then for Benny nice and comfortably. Mocking Weeks second, just. He's going to hold on to it now. He's going to take the second place, and Raoul is going to come home third. Real good battle between these two at the end of race 2. Dylan comes home in 4th position, taking the championship. Pav in 5th. Really good battle between those two as well. Luke Doherty 6th. P1 Skippy getting all sorts of sideways through the chase. Let's just see whether they come home in these positions. 6th place for Luke Doherty. 7th for Skippy, 8th for Jarv72. Ghostrom getting the final turn wrong, smashing it into the wall. So he's going to come home in 9th unless P1 Don comes across the line and takes that off him. No, he just come home 9th. P1 Don 10th. Pilgrim Paddy 11th. And we just wait for Manny the Gamer to come around the final turn to finish the lineup off. So comes home in 12th position for Manny. 3 minutes 37 off the race leader. So they are final results. Dylan is going to take championship win with that one. No doubt about it. Pav 46 very unlucky to be able to close that gap up, not put the pressure on he wanted. On to P1 Dylan, so that just allowed Dylan to take that championship. It's unfortunate Pav wanted that one as well. But yeah, some good racing. P1 boys always putting on a good show for you lot. So what have I got coming up? Tomorrow night, 8:30. Tanso Racing Mini Cooper Cup, or Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So the same series we've been running for ages, it's just been renamed. Exactly the same setup, cars, a lot of the same drivers, just a different name. So come and check that out tomorrow night, 8:30. Wednesday, 8:30 again for the MRC Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. Again, that's exactly the same as the old team versus team on a Wednesday. Again, just been renamed. Thursday, we've got the Battle of the Groups back for round 3. Ooh, where's that from? I forget where that's from. Spa, that's from Spa, that's where that one's from, so that should be a good race. That's Thursday, and then, yeah, that's about it. When's the P1 stuff on, Bags? What's that? Is that Thursdays or Sundays? If it's Thursdays, I'm not doing it, unfortunately. No problems, Pav. No problems, Benny. No problem. Also, P1 Dylan is giving Manny driver of the season, so that's a good point, people. Driver of the day. Pick your driver of the day. They get extra points. It's up to you lot. I don't know who to give it to today. It's not my choice. But I can give suggestions. Let me think about this one today. Ooh. Who are we going to suggest? Who are we going to suggest? Let's have a think about this. Today I'm going to give it to P1 Benny. That's my recommendation. P1 Benny, driver of the season Manny, for sticking it out for so long. Screw you, Dylan. You won a championship. Yeah, Dylan did take the championship. Yeah, Baggy just confirming. So that's my lineup. Monday we've got the minis at 8:30. Wednesday 8:30 again, the GR3 League. Thursday the Battle of the Groups, 9 PM. And then whenever the F19 start, Baggy, when did the F19 start? Baggy. No problems, Bags. 100% perfect as always. Yep, that's not what I'm asking for. Sunday. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so back next Sunday for the F19s. Come and check them out. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.